Hi guys, and welcome back to another podcast.
Our third.
It is our third. Our first two were a little bit negative, we'll say. So we've decided in this one, let's make it a bit more positive.
Yeah, we've got some positive things today, haven't we?
We have. What is the first thing you want to discuss?
We're going to talk about the NEC.
Yes.
Because it's one of your favourite things.
It is. I love the NEC show.
And we're also going to talk about a couple of places to go for Halloween and Bonfire night.
My favourite time of the year.
We know it's your favourite time of the year. You love autumn.
I do love autumn. And we also have a few updates about some park-ups, some good, some bad.
Yeah, so we're going to revisit Scarborough.
We are.
Some news about Pembrokeshire.
Yep.
And some bad news about Starlink.
Yeah. Can we go back to the NEC, please?
Yes.
So, anybody who doesn't know, the NEC hosts 2 motorhome and caravan shows through the year. They do a motorhome and caravan show in October, which is very much based around motorhomes mainly.
It's the main one, isn't it, for motorhomes, is October. All the manufacturers tend to release their new models.
They do.
At the October one. Ready for 2025.
They do. They release them so that anybody who's getting rid of the motorhomes and wants a new one has the winters to kind of have a look over it. The February one is more caravans, tents, that
Caravan
sort
and
of.
camping.
It is, yes it is.
Yeah.
I like these because I get to shop.
There are lots of people there, aren't there? It's not just motorhomes and camper vans. There are lots of stalls selling lots of things, accessories, solar panels,
Even dog treats.
It
is nice because you do tend to see new products that are coming out, whether it's new gadgets, which we love. You've then got other things such as new food companies that are coming out, new dog food that's coming out. It is quite an interesting show to attend. And it's not that bad priced, is it, at the minute?
It's not. If you book online at the moment, it's £14 each, so there's a bit of a discount.
And you get 2 kids for every paying adult.
Yeah, free.
Yeah, that's a bargain.
Yeah, and free parking.
Family day out.
Yeah. So, yeah, go and get yourselves signed up online. We'll see you there because we're there
The whole week.
pretty much the whole week, aren't we?
We are. But there is a lot to see at this show because there is a lot of new announcements, isn't there?
Yeah, as I said, in October, the manufacturers tend to announce their new models for 2025. So I know that Auto Trail, who we worked with last year, the year before, so we got some exclusives.
We did.
So they've got a new XL model, which is a 2-berth model, and the XL range are narrower.
Narrower.
Yeah, so if you're not confident in driving...
I didn't mean that. I meant, where am I meant to sleep if it's narrower? Come on, I'm 6'3". I'm not going to fit in a narrow motorhome.
No, they're not for us. I know that, but some people do prefer them. It's their new range, which we've reviewed before.
We have. I do quite like reviewing these because it is quite interesting to see what they can fit in these smaller vehicles.
You love reviewing vehicles.
I do love reviewing them, but there is 2 that Auto Trail have announced that I have seen snippets of that I can't wait to get my hands on.
You're quite excited for this, aren't you? So 2 of the XL range now have pop-top lids. Roofs.
I can't wait. I think that is going to be a very interesting review of them 2 vans.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting new thing for them, isn't it, really?
It is. I think it's nice that we see in these, because we've seen them on VWs, we've seen them on Converts, but we've never really seen them on coach-built motorhome.
And Auto Trail have kind of jumped on it, haven't they?
They have, with them releasing 2 new ones.
Yeah.
But they aren't the only one that have got anything exciting coming out. Roller Team have announced 3 new motorhomes this year.
Yeah, Swift have got 2 compact models in their Voyager range.
Ooh. And not just that, Bailey's have got something new on their shows.
It's their Adamo range.
Yes.
And I don't know whether it's Adamo or Damo, and it's not going to be the last thing I can't pronounce in this podcast because I've seen the script.
Okay.
But it's on a new Ford Transit base.
Okay.
8-speed gearbox.
8. Oh, gosh.
And lots of other little gadgets, so that's going to be worth a look at as well.
It is. One of the nice things about the show is you do get to see all the newer vans that are coming out. You get to have a good wander around and look at hundreds of different types of vehicles that you can then do a little tick box of what you want.
They're all very different, aren't they?
They are. But another nice new thing is there was some new people there this year.
Yeah, new exhibitors. This is where I get a bit tongue-tied.
Because it's in Italian.
I noticed that you're letting me speak.
I am letting you do this because I've got no chance.
Fleurette, they're French.
Yes.
They do high-end motorhomes, apparently.
What, even more high-end than what they are now? That will be interesting to see.
So I think they're out of our price range.
Well, yeah.
Definitely. There's an Italian company.
Come on then, let's hear you pronounce this one.
Ghiottoline.
I have no idea. I'm looking at it and I don't know how to pronounce that one. Mega Mobiles. That one we do know.
High-end camper vans.
Sounds a bit... Everything's just high-end. I love how they make it sound like it's higher end than they already are.
I think it's becoming one of those things, isn't it? People, if you're going to buy a new camper van or a new motorhome, you want that luxury of having that. And I think that's the market's going a little bit towards that, away from cheaper camper vans. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, we'll see at the show. There is another one, though, that you're quite excited to see, isn't there?
Yeah, Sherwood Campers. They're based in Ollerton, which is near where I had my first pub in Edwinstowe.
It is.
So we're going to go and say hello to them, I think.
We are.
They're camper van conversion specialists. Something that you were thinking of.
It's one of the things that the idea sounds amazing, but the practicality of it is something completely else.
We've spoken to quite a few people about doing conversions, and it's a lot of time.
It is. I don't think people realise how much time you have to actually put into a conversion.
Yeah, so we think we're keeping Avandra, don't we, now?
Yes.
Yeah.
But there is some other people going as well, isn't there? There is quite a few...
Park for Night are there, but I only mention them because on their stand...
It's Urban Motorhome.
Yeah.
Darren.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to go into the story of Darren? And
You're a bit of a fan, aren't you?
I am. So anybody who doesn't know, Urban Motorhome has been doing it for quite a few years. I followed him before we started our actual journey. So I was watching his vlogs for quite a while. So we got to meet him at the last Motorhome Show.
Yep.
And I kind of fangirled a little bit, which was funny. But yeah.
And then we met him again, didn't we?
We did. We were parked opposite him. And we sat and had a very good conversation, and I kind of got to know him, and we talk on a regular basis, and he's a lovely guy. So yes, check him out. He is on the tubes of you.
Yeah, he lives in his motorhome, as we do. He's been doing it a lot longer than us, and he's got lots of hints and tips, hasn't he?
He does. He has a lot of hints and tips.
Go along and speak to Darren. He's very personable, very knowledgeable, and he'll be on the Park for Night stand.
He will.
So that's the NEC. We're there. We've got some brand new shirts.
We have, and we have some stickers.
The second print of the stickers.
We don't talk about the first. If you have a first sticker, then you've got a limited edition, because we're not. That's it. They don't.
No, the few people that have got the first sticker, that's it, because I'm binning them because I hate them.
I know you don't like them.
The print wasn't the best, was it?
No.
So we've had them redone.
Yes, we have.
And they've arrived a month early, so we'll have those at the show.
We will.
As I said, Stuart, it's your favourite time of the year now, autumn. Why is it your favourite time?
Oh, it's just the season that you can curl up with fluffy pyjamas and get a blanket out and put on the Halloween movie. Oh, I love autumn.
Yeah, I kind of like autumn as well. It's
usually a lovely season just after summer, but we haven't really had a summer.
I was going to say, what summer? It's been dismal, hasn't it? Apparently it's been the coldest summer on record since 2015. I can't remember that far back, but yeah, it's not been the best, has it? And I don't think we're going to get an Indian summer either.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. But we do have some events coming up.
Which means it's Halloween and Bonfire nights.
It is, and there is some events coming up, isn't there?
There are. Firstly, Halloween.
Yes.
So Vanlife Fest, Vanlife Eats, and Vanlife and Overlander festivals, which are all separate normally, have all come together for a festival, Hoedown Halloween.
That sounds interesting. That's one at Newbury Showground.
Newbury Showground, which we're quite familiar with now. We've been there a couple of times. Yeah. Once for the 30th anniversary Auto Trail Owners Club, and then the Vanlife and Overlander festival this year.
We did, yes. So that one is on the 1st and 2nd of November. Tickets are available at the moment.
Yeah, there's a link in the comments below.
Brilliant. I have another one. So Field Farm Animal Sanctuary.
Yeah, one of your favourite places.
It is one of my favourite places. They are doing a non-noise fireworks night.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, so if you've got pets, like dogs, that don't like the fireworks and don't like the sound of fireworks, they do a bonfire night with no fireworks.
Or no noise fireworks?
No noise fireworks.
So there might be some fireworks, but there shouldn't be any loud bangs or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they're also doing food.
Yeah, they've got jacket potatoes, vegan chilli, mushy peas.
Mushy peas. Kind of bait a jacket potato at a bonfire night.
And food and a bit of music as well.
Brilliant.
Best thing about this one, £5.
Is that all it is?
£5 for the night, yeah.
And it's a £5 donation?
It's a donation. It goes to the animal sanctuary, goes to help run and look after the animals there. We've been to Field Farm before.
We have.
And quite enjoyed it because it's in the middle of nowhere. It's in Costock between Loughborough and Nottingham.
Tis just, if you are interested in that, make sure you give them a message, because I've got a funny feeling that's going to get booked up pretty fast.
I think that'll be a busy one. Links again in the description below for that one.
And as we're talking about this time of year, we have had a few questions about solar panels.
Solar panels and the fact that somebody's leisure batteries weren't charging as quickly as they were previously in the year. Well, there's two things here. One, we've had some really dirty rain recently, so it's worth getting on top of your van and having a look at your solar panels. They might be just mucky and need a good wipe. Ours
do get mucky quite often, but we do a lot of travelling. We've done a lot of dirt roads, so there is a lot of dust gets on ours.
I've done ours twice this year already. Once when we did the major clean on the top of the roof when it was filthy, and they were pretty bad then, and I've done them again since. So yeah, it does say that they're supposed to be self-cleaning, but it's worth having a look. The second thing is the sun itself. The sun in winter doesn't go overhead directly.
No.
It kind of goes to the side. The sun's not as strong, and there are less hours in the day of sunlight.
Of course.
So that window of 5 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night with the sun overhead over mid-afternoon, that's gone now. So there is an answer to this: tilted solar panels. So if you can get tiltable solar panels so you can track the sun, you'll get a better solar energy coming into your van. We know somebody that's got some sun tracking solar panels, don't we?
We do, and they actually look like they should be on another planet. They are absolutely amazing. So Nuts on Tour, they had all I can kind of say was this robot that just rotated and it followed the sun with these solar panels attached. I think it's by EcoFlow, as I think the company that make it, but it does look absolutely amazing.
It does look like it should be on Mars.
It does. Yeah, it looks like it should be a rover.
It's like an array, isn't it, of solar panels that just move around. So yeah.
So they are out there if you have that. That's a couple of thousand.
I was going to say that's going to one extreme, isn't it? That's like the expensive model. The other one is like just get a portable panel and just move it around with the sun.
You can get them, which we have tried, Andrew, didn't you?
Well, we didn't do the review in the end. I bought one off Amazon for 30 quid, and it's supposed to be 100 watt, and it didn't really work.
It was a disaster.
Yeah, I still need to do the review for that.
We do. So let's get to some other news. So Starlink.
Well,
they're in trouble.
Their customers have had an email or the letter this week saying that the prices are going up, but the prices aren't going up by a little bit.
They haven't. They've gone up by 20%.
Yeah.
So it's nearly £100 a month now.
It was £80 a month, wasn't it? And it's up to £96 a month.
It's just crazy.
Starlink provides satellite internet coverage, so you guarantee wherever you are, you're going to get internet. It's not the fastest because it's satellite. Download speeds aren't too bad. Upload speeds aren't so great, but it's reliable and expensive. They were doing a 50% off the equipment deal, and they've stopped that as well now.
So it is quite expensive then. So it's about £400.
£400 to set it up, and then £96 a month.
They are doing a £50 one at the moment for 50 gigabytes.
Correct. They've introduced that. I don't know when they introduced that, but I've seen on the website today exactly that. 50 gigabytes for £50 a month.
Which isn't too bad if you're just a general user of internet. The problem is if you're downloading things or you're streaming things or you're uploading, because if you're a YouTuber or you upload anything, that won't last you 2 minutes.
No, it's 50 gigabytes. We use over that. I know we do, because we're quite heavy users.
We are.
You stream a lot of TV programs, and I'm the same at the moment, watching TV. Yeah, you've got to be careful. If your usage is well under 50 gigabytes, you're just browsing, collecting emails, and it's important to you, then maybe that's the option for you. But
we have a video out that actually compares.
Yes.
So we have the way that we do things is a lot different from how other people do things. So if that is something you're interested in, the video will be linked so that you can go and check that out.
The cheapest we found unlimited data is £12 a month. You do have to be on certain benefits, and it's with Smarty. But go and have a look at our data Wi-Fi video. Link is in the description.
Yes. I didn't want to talk about the doom and gloom, but we need to mention it.
We do. Shall we start with Scarborough?
We will start with Scarborough.
Because there is some good news here.
Okay, we'll fill everybody in first. So anybody who wasn't aware, Scarborough, Whitby and Caton
Well,
Bay,
it's Caton Bay, yeah.
have unfortunately now banned motorhomers and campervans staying overnight. This did go live today, which is the Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. That's the date that's been given by the council in their documentation. I have seen an email that's doing the rounds on Facebook where the council have said it's the 14th of October. We spoke to somebody at the council this morning who were less than convincing.
He didn't sound like he knew what he was talking about, to be honest.
No, we did go away and do a bit of fact-finding for us. He said that the ban's in place. I asked him, right, did it start today? And he was like, yes. But he did say that the signs aren't up yet when we know that they are.
Yes, they are. The signs are up. You are still allowed to park there during the day, but you have got to pay for each bay you use. And it is how much a day?
I think it's £10.80.
And that's per space.
Yeah, per space. So if you're like us and have to park sideways and take up 4 spaces...
That's £40 a day.
That's an expensive job.
It is. Caton Bay, they have completely banned it, haven't they, as well as Whitby.
Yep.
There is a petition, though, isn't there?
Yeah, somebody sent me a link to the petition, which I didn't know about when we did the podcast.
Yes.
So that's one good thing that's come out of it, that we know about this petition. This is to stop the ban. So 1,700 people have signed this petition. 1,100 are locals.
Which compared to the 47 that did it originally.
Yeah, so when the council first started talking about this ban, they did 2 surveys to start with. And on the second one, which they gave more weight to, only 47 people wanted a ban on motorhomes overnight.
Locally. So
1,100 people now are saying they don't want a ban, kind of outweighs those 47 that did in the first place. So the council now have sat up and said, right, we'll re-listen to this on the basis of this petition. So there's a council meeting in Whitby on the 3rd of October, I've been told, that they're going to look at this petition and fingers crossed, maybe... Just maybe
come up with a better way of dealing with it.
Hopefully they'll watch our video from last time with all the hints that they've given to manage it a little bit better.
I don't think that'll happen, but we'll see.
Let's just hope they're not just going to give it lip service. It would be nice to see them not do a U-turn, but maybe just have another review about it. Another place.
Pembrokeshire.
Yeah.
So they had a scheme run, didn't they? Or attempt to run a scheme of 4 car parks that they were charging £10 a night to stop at.
I use Pembrokeshire a lot as an example of a council that's being pestered, manipulated, and I can't say they're controlled, but they have a lot of pressure on from campsite owners. So yeah, you're right, the scheme was for 4 car parks to have motorhome bays for you to stay overnight, £10 a night, which I think is reasonable. That's what Scotland did in a lot of their areas. But you can only stay for 2 nights, which gets over this thing of people stopping for long lengths. So it's 4 car parks. So in February, the council were all up for it. They even gave it a name, Pems Stops. They assigned a subcommittee to go and have a look at it properly. That committee came back in April and said, absolutely, don't do it. So where did that come from? So 1 minute they're all for it, go and have a look at it, and they're not for it. So the final meeting was this week, 9th of September, and they've rejected the whole proposal, apart from 1 car park out of the 4 they're going to use now, which is at a ferry port, which is already used by campervans.
So really all they've done is they've just now charging you £10 a night to stop somewhere that you could already stop.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It feels like another Scarborough thing where they've copped out and said, yeah, we're not going to have that near campsites. in nice places, but we've got this ferry port where people use it already. Let's just trial it there. It is a trial for 18 months. I'm sounding a bit negative about this because it feels like Pembrokeshire are just controlled by the campsite owners. But there is a little glimmer, another glimmer, 18-month trial, and they've said that if this is successful in the first 6 months, then they'll start looking at the other sites as well. So a little bit of positive there in the negative.
The problem I've got with that is, though, they're trialling it at an area that not many people are going to actually want to stop at. It's not in a nice area. It's not somewhere that maybe people would like to pay the £10 to stay. So them trialling it in this area kind of feels like it's doomed to fail from the beginning.
Well, we'll wait and see. Let's hope. A bit of positive there, but there are some lovely places in Pembrokeshire. We know. We went to see Dobby's grave, didn't we?
We did.
So at Freshwater Beach.
Yes, that is a very
that's.
But there's a campsite at the top of there that is really, really nice, and that wasn't that expensive.
No.
So it kind of, you get what you pay for, I guess.
I think campsite owners need to realise that people that wild park, wild camp, pay for these budget places like £5 a night, £10 a night, the side of the road, car parks, are not going to use campsites.
Not when they're charging the sort of money they are. There is other campsites that are reasonably priced, like what we've mentioned earlier on. We've got Field Farm, which is a donation of £5 a night.
Yeah.
When you've got areas like that you can stay at for that price, I don't understand why the council and campsites can't realise that £40, £50 a night is just too rich for some people's pockets, ourselves included.
I feel sorry for the traders in these towns where the proposals were, because that means, like Scarborough, they won't get the trade from the motorhomers and campervanners that aren't staying there overnight. It's the campsite owners that seem to be pulling the strings. What about all the places that do teas and coffees and sandwiches and gift shops?
Yep.
They're going to lose out on trade, aren't
especially during the winter months.
Yeah.
The winter months when it's difficult, not many people want to go to these places during winter. Motorhomers are the people that will actually go to these places. It kind of gets my back up a little bit, because there's some campsites and some car parks that will only open up to motorhomers during the winter. Are they going to stop that now?
It's getting more and more difficult, isn't it?
It is, and as I have seen on a lot of other social medias, a lot of people are now going abroad.
I've seen it just this morning. There's a Facebook post going around asking why it's 3 times the price to park here than it is in France and Spain. I know there is a comparison because of lots of different factors, but 3 times the amount, that's got to stop, hasn't it?
It does have to stop, unfortunately. But, like we've said, at least they're starting to do something. Let's keep our fingers crossed and keep positive.
Yeah.
And let's hope that works. So, yeah, that is it for this week's podcast.
Yeah, quite a bit in there, weren't there?
There is. And like I've said, we are at the NEC. Make sure you take plenty of cashware, because there is loads of stuff to buy. And please, if you are heading there, hunt us down. Grab a sticker.
Please come and find us and say hello.
We will also be there in our new shirts, who are sponsored. We have sponsors for these shirts.
Yeah, which surprised me, really.
It is. So we have Vanlife Fest at Malton, and
which is our one of our favourite festivals.
Adultery Owners Club.
So they very kindly donated to our shirts as well. So thank you to our sponsors.
Yes, thank you very much. So we do actually have some exciting news coming up soon, don't we?
Do we?
We do. So Vanlife Fest actually gave us a pair of tickets for the festival.
Yes. So we're going to do a bit of a competition, aren't we?
We are. It will be with a charity, though. So it is solely for a charity. We have no financial gain by this whatsoever.
No.
It will be solely for a charity.
Stay tuned for that. Well, not stay tuned on this podcast, but
there will be a video going out, a special video.
There will indeed. So yeah, we've got a pair of tickets for Vanlife Fest at Malton at the Hall. Great festival to go to.
It is. It was our first.
Keep watching and look for the details of that.
Also, our email is below, so if you would like to get in touch with us about a story that you want to hear about or want our opinion on, or you just want to say hi, then yeah.
Or any questions.
Yes. We will try to...
We can try.
God loves a trier.
Yeah, we've been living in our motorhome now for 16 months, 17 months.
Yeah.
So we've learnt a lot. So, yeah, we welcome questions. Please ask.
But until next time...
Yeah.
That is it.
Thanks for listening. If you're on the podcast, thanks for viewing. If you're on YouTube,
Yes, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it really helps us out.
and hit the bell and select all notifications.
Yes, because then you'll know
Important.
straight away when we
Yeah.
post something. Yes.
Very important.
So we will see yous next time.
Next time. Thank you. Take
Thank
care.
you. Bye.